Hey, it's your guy Tyrrell back with the interviews. England, Sweden. England are off to the semifinals of the World Cup. How did they do it? Where did Sweden go wrong? And can England go all the way to win the World Cup? Don't worry, here at the interviews, we've got you covered. So on this edition of the interviews, we're going to break down how England beat Sweden. So England, Sweden, England are off to the semifinals of the World Cup. How did they do it? How did they break down the Swedish side that have done so well at this tournament, stopping teams from scoring goals, ensuring that they won the group against Germany and Mexico? Where did England go right? When we break it down, no real surprise in the England XI. Kane and Sterling up front, Ali and Lingard ahead of Henderson as wingbacks, Young and Trippier. For Sweden, you have Toivonen and Berg up front, Klassen and Forsberg looking to cut in from from wider areas into central areas. Then Larson back into the starting lineup with Ekdal, and they had Kraft down the right back for the suspended Lustig. What went right for England? Well, they dropped off into more of a 5-3-2 when they didn't have the ball, sitting a bit deeper, ensuring that when Larson or Ekdal dropped deeper, there were players in Sterling and Kane in front of him, so he couldn't really dictate play. They had numbers in behind, so Berg wasn't isolated with the defender and able to link play with the wide players looking to come in as they often try to do. And one of the key things was for Sweden, Augustinsson was pivotal throughout their run in terms of getting forward, delivering crosses into the box, but they had the wide players in Lingard and in Ali kind of stepping forward to the fullbacks to ensure that they can get dangerous crosses into the box. So that was very pivotal for what England were doing without the ball. It wasn't a game more about pressing, but it definitely trying to nullify Sweden from getting chances from open play. Sweden also tried to do that in the sense that they press from the front on goal kicks. They had the front four step forward to ensure that the center backs were marked out of the game. And then if anything, if Henderson was dropping deep, that pass was cut off, and then they would have one of the wing backs cut off as well. So they were looking to squeeze England in, prevent them from playing out of the back, and that was pivotal to what they were trying to do. But the key player, more so in the first half, was Raheem Sterling, in the sense that his speed was crucial, and they were trying to get him in behind at every single opportunity. In the earlier stages, you'd see Sterling drop a bit deeper to get on the ball. Kane was a bit higher. When Kane did drop deep, he did very well of holding off challenges, switching play to the advancing wing backs, and then charging forward. However, England struggled to get crosses into the box. Young was getting forward. Obviously, Trippier, one of their most creative players in the tournament, was getting forward as well. But crosses weren't being delivered in the right areas, and Grankvist and Lindelof did a good job in that aspect. England in possession, not that much better. We saw in the earlier stages, Young, Walker, Ali misplaced passes. They were sloppy in that regard, but again, down to Sterling and his pace. You see England mostly in transition. They're getting opportunities. Henderson winning a ball, sliding it into Sterling behind Larson. He gets by him, drives forward, gets by him again as he recovers, tees up Kane. Kane fires a shot wide of the net. An opportunity later in the half, Henderson lobs the ball over the top for Sterling to break behind the Swedish defense. Olsen comes out, he tries to round him, but Olsen does well to come out and put his hand away to push the ball out of the way. The other way they were really trying to get him behind was when Trippier was pushing forward. He was trying to play long balls in behind Grankvist, who isn't that quick. Sterling was obviously breaking him behind. One opportunity, Grankvist just gets there. The other opportunity, Sterling brings it down, but Lindelof sweeps the play away. But that was how they were getting behind. That was the best way for England to get forward. Sterling's pace was giving them problems. He was breaking into the channels, not really getting his crosses in. But that's the thing with Sterling. He's one of the players that are able to find spaces, to find the ball in tight spaces, link play with his teammates, use his pace to get him behind, run the channels when Ali and Lingard aren't. Obviously, you know that his execution in the final third isn't the greatest, but he was pivotal here, specifically in the first half. England get their goal from a set piece. Maguire again. England have shown that they could execute from set pieces very well. It's been one of the keys to their success in this tournament, and they did it again. In the second half, we didn't really see many changes. Sterling again breaking into the channels, not getting crosses in, and then they get the winner. It's just a simple cross from Lingard. Ali, who is often trying to get into the box to provide another aerial threat with Kane throughout the game when England had possession, delivers the ball to the far post. Ali is unmarked. Ali is able to get his trademark header from the back post, knotted it past the keeper. That led to changes for Sweden. They brought on Guidetti, they brought on Olsen. They moved stick to the 4-4-2, but their chances came through Klaassen. We saw Klaassen in this game delivering a cross into the box for Berg. In the start of the second half, he nodded his effort on goal. Pickford made a key save. Klaassen breaks forward from a long header. He breaks at the England defense, plays into Toivonen, who backheels it to Berg, and then Klaassen breaks in, again denied by Pickford. He leads another break in the half, slides in Guidetti in left half space. All of this in transition. So England are obviously struggling when they're playing a bit higher and Sweden are chasing the game. He pulls it back, falls to Klaassen again. He pulls it back to Berg. Berg fires a shot on goal. Pickford makes the save. England here won the game more so in the first hour. They weren't really tested. Yes, they had those counter-attacking chances and Pickford had to make big saves. But this is down to one, England stopping the wide areas from getting on the ball. Two, their defensive organization in the sense that at the start of the game, they really couldn't get balls into Berg or Toivonen. They were winning the aerial duels. Three, Raheem Sterling's pace was pivotal. And when you look at them going up against a Croatian side in the semifinal, a Croatian defense that lacks mobility in the back line, and you can break forward behind their fullbacks. You'd like to think that with the threat of Sterling, Ali, Lingard, and Kane, they can really harm this team on the counterattack. And Raheem Sterling showed why he remains to stay in the England starting 11. But let me know what you guys think. Did England deserve to win? Where did Sweden go wrong? And do you think Raheem Sterling was as good as we said here? Meet me in the comments below. Don't forget I upload videos every day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that was your daily dose of the interviews.